First Spiritualist Church weekly service. And I welcome you, and I am so happy to see you today. I'm so happy that you are joining us today. My name is Rev Ann Powell, and I am standing in today for Pastor Reverend Lorina Powell. I will be playing some messages from her in just a moment. She was not able to be here with us, and I am going to play a message for our centering thoughts that she is giving you. And this is Reverend
Hello,
Lorina.
beautiful world. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you this morning, but I am going to go to the hospital, and I'm able to pick up my husband and bring him home for a couple of days, so I'm super excited about that. And I was asking for the word for contemplation today, and it's so clear. It's called release. And to release. Sometimes that's so difficult because we may think of releasing something as losing or letting go of, and sometimes that comes with attachment that we have received as children, such as abandonment or losing or whatever that may be. So in this season, it's so important that we learn to release with love and acceptance, and the knowing that when you're able to put something away or put something down, the universe will bring it right back to you, but even better than it was before. And sometimes we forget about that, or we don't think about that, or people don't know about that. And we hold on to things, and it causes stagnicity. And it's just like with money, that's the whole part of tithing. When you give with love, and you know that whatever you give comes back to you 1,000-fold, then it creates that magnetic law of attraction. And, it helps you to receive quicker, because you know that as you're letting go of it, then you're opening the doors to receiving. And that's so extremely important. So as you let go of, oh my goodness, let go of beliefs that no longer serve you. Let go of relationships that no longer fill you or sustain you. And those relationships can be friends or romantic or even family. And, letting go of maybe a job that we've been at and been miserable or whatever it is, in order for the universe to bless you and give you these wonderful things that you're asking for, then it's important to learn the art of letting go. And I have this wonderful little book, and it's called Everyday Zen. And I actually just found it yesterday, and I've had this thing for like 20 years. And it's funny because it actually has something to do with what I'm saying right now. And it's letting go. Holding on is a habit that we learn as children. The tighter we cling to things, people, ideas, and all attachments, the smaller our world becomes. We are so afraid to yield anything that we end up forgetting vital chances to grow. The problem is that we identify with the things that we've accumulated, internally and externally. And we think we're only as good as the objects we own, or only as real as our job, self-image, or belief system. Eventually, our personal inventory becomes a burden that grows heavier over time. The older we get, the harder it is to let go. Well, there is a Zen trick. There's a Zen trick to ending this syndrome, and it begins with seeing that nothing really belongs to us, yet recognize that we do have everything, and all we lack is the knowledge that arises from a deep sense of belonging in the world and in the cosmos. The life force that pervades everything cannot be defined or held on to. So enjoy it like a mouthful of rain. Let go with love and receive with anticipation. Let go of old thought forms and habits that hold you back and keep you from being the best happy you can be. And as we move through the end of 2020, let's say, God bless you, wonderful year, and all of the incredible lessons that you came with. I honor you, I love you, and I release you with joy. God bless you all. I love you so much. And I want to thank Reverend Iris and Reverend Ann for stepping in. And thank you, Phineas, for speaking. Thank you, Phineas and Dave, for music. Thank you, Reverend Emil, for filming. And thank you, beautiful world, for your love and your support and your prayers. And thank you for being you. I love you all. God bless.
Hi, that was a very special message from Reverend Lorina. She could not be here today. I'd like to introduce our speaker today. He's one of our members, and his name is Phineas Leevy. And so his name is Phineas, and he's also a singer here. He brings lots of joy and happiness to our church. And this is his bio. I'm going to read it. Phineas was born in Brooklyn, New York, and raised in Judeo and Christian household. Baptized and bar mitzvahed, he was introduced to Eastern religious traditions in high school at age 16 with an elective course: physics and Eastern thought, Taoism, Buddhism, and quantum theory. He followed with electives in religion and philosophy until attending Syracuse University while earning a degree in logistics and marketing management at the Whitman School of Management. Phineas has since added relevant study in emotional bodywork and healing at the Center for the New Age in Phoenicia, New York, Kundalini yoga practice in Syracuse, New York, and has 3 years of TM practice, including advanced techniques. He is currently an account manager in the biotech industry, where he has earned numerous selling awards and practices the art of living miraculously. Welcome, Phineas.
Well. This is an extreme honor, considering the times that we be in. Lord have mercy. We just had the meeting of Saturn and Jupiter in the night sky, an 800-year event. I think they call it the Bethlehem Star. We're at the end of an era and at the beginning of an era. So there's some very unique challenges that we face. But children of the light, there is a tremendous opportunity for us to go with this flow, you know. I wanted to kind of just start from, I always like to bring the most ordinary and see the extraordinary in the ordinary. So fortunately, I'm fortunate to be working at this time during this pandemic, and I go out in the field and visit hospitals and offices, etc. And yes, I've been seeing the tents going up for all the COVID patients and all that thing, and it's, you know, it's a time, you know, obviously a time for gravity and self-reflection and all that good stuff. But I was leaving an office and I was heading toward the elevator banks. And this woman came up behind me and she said, "Oh, excuse me, sir. I just wanted to know if you were having a good day. And that just blew me away. And I said, oh my God, thank you so much for asking. I really appreciate you. And I recognized, I said, this is a tremendous gift that you're giving me. And it's something that we should all do for each other, is bear each other up. That's the gift that we give each other in these times. A smile through a mask, yes, a chuckle, a kind word goes a tremendously long way. So yesterday, I called my mom up, and she had received her Christmas gift in the mail, and she was really excited and everything like that. And we ended up talking about this chance encounter that I had with this woman at the hospital. And it was kind of funny. We were talking all the way down the elevator, and I just kept reaching to her, and just we were just buoying each other up, And she says, "Oh, you've got the light of God in you." And I said, "You're shining the light too in this world." I felt this. I think that the Pentecostals call it an anointing, but I felt this rush, this warmth coming down the center of my head from my crown and into my spine. Yeah. And that to me is that acknowledgement. That's the acknowledgement. That's when the angels, that's when God is saying, what you're doing is the right thing. We need to be facing each other. We need to be facing all of this with no fear, with a sense that it's important. It's important that we don't go into our shells, that we continue to outreach. I keep seeing all of these examples, and I'm thinking, what I need to be doing more myself. I was talking to this lady. She's down in Chula Vista, this Japanese lady. I know her last name is Nakamura. She does all these little cutesy dogs and little fluffy dogs, and she does this amazing job making little dogs beautiful for their owners. And charges an arm and a leg, and I think she's a world champion dog groomer. But she was telling me about how she went out and got food and went out and found people, homeless people, and gave them food. And I was like, whoa, that's God's work. We need to be doing God's work. We can't wait, for the A-OK or for permission when you know it's right, when you know what love demands of us. We can't wait for permission or is it okay? No. We have this idea in the world that God is somewhere out here, and we his humble servants are waiting to hear from God, waiting for that, that green flag to do stuff. Whereas those of us who know realize that God resides in here. God's already here. God is in your heart. And when your heart speaks to you, that's the stuff we need to be doing, to be about. So as we're turning into this kind of 2020, 21, the shift. The shift is about being more engaged in the heart center, more engaged in love, more in love with people, more acquainted with the concept of God in you and you and you and you and you and me, right? I'm not looking for God in the sky. I'm not looking for God on another planet. I'm not looking for God in something else, because God is everything. God is in everything. And the imperative is for us to be God in action. God put us here, right? God put us here to do his work. Not to wait to do the work, but to do the work. And sometimes the work is very simple. I go back to my discussion with my grandma. I'm sorry, I keep saying my grandmother because I guess she keeps coming in all the time. She's, oh gosh, I feel her right now. It's like this heart hug. Whew. So her daughter, my mother, talking to my mother, and we're talking about this being useful, right? And she was having a conversation with another 80-something-year-old lady. And the lady was saying, well, I don't know. I don't feel like I have anything to contribute. I'm not working, blah, blah, blah. But she said, but I do have a smile. And I like to greet people. I like to say hello to people. And my mother said, that's the gift. That's the gift. Because just like that woman in the hospital came flying after me to ask me if I was having a good day. Wow, that's a game changer. We don't talk about when a butterfly flaps its wings, you know, the down the line consequences of that could be like a typhoon or hurricane. When we drop that pebble in the pool, that wave goes out. It just keeps touching and touching and touching. We don't need millions. We just need a few souls out there doing good acts, giving a smile, giving reassurance, bringing a meal, touching in on someone who's elderly and incapacitated. Just those little acts have so much power. And especially now in this shift, all of that is magnified. All of that is magnified. So it's so imperative that we, as beings of light, as light bearers, recognize the power that we have. And in what seems to be dark times, it only seems to be dark, but what seems to be dark times, if we nurture that light within us, right? Nurture that love. The way that you feed it is through our actions. We feed it through our countenance to our neighbors. And I gotta drop something here. This is something that's I really have to drop on. We are now living in a time where if you read the news, watch the news, or whatever, or television, or Facebook, what do we see? A dichotomy. Are you with us? Are you against us? You know? Are you blue or are you red? You know, are you this or are you that? What the hell kind of choice is that? You know? Somewhere between what the devil and the deep blue sea, as my grandmother used to like to say. Choices between one bad or another bad. Because it's not real. These aren't real choices. This isn't what we were put here to be. I gotta take my jacket off because I'm getting warm. I'm getting warm. I'm getting warm because I got some God fire in me on this. We need to let go of this hologram of choices that are being presented to us and drummed into us constantly.
There you go.
Okay? This political choice. Since when does politics have to do with who we are?
Hallelujah.
I'm telling you something. My neighbor is a card-carrying Republican, born-again Christian, what else is he? A lot of things that I'm supposed to not be down with, you know? Because I'm supposed to be out here waving my Black Lives Matter banner, you know, and manning the line, you know what I mean? And wearing body armor and saying down with the police. Whoa! Who manufactured that role for me? Because I didn't wake up in the morning saying that I need to shut somebody down, right? There's a wonderful, wonderful young man. He's one of the trainers at my gym. It's about, I say young man because I'm a little older than he is, about 40 years old. And I know he's a good man. I know he's a good man in his heart. Because I've had some conversations with him. He wants to do right. He wants to make things right in the world, right? He wants to do what is right in the world. But I've overheard some conversations that he's had lately, right? And he's talking about, well, I know some guys who are Marines, et cetera, and they need to be down. We need to be down at some of these marches, and they're expert marksmen, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, where the hell did that come from? Where the hell did that come from? This is what's being fed to us by all these competing media. There is this thing of this divided America and we keep reinforcing that. Somehow by saying it becomes real. What we need to be saying is, what about the love? Where's the love? Now, I had a very, very interesting shift that came about, and this happened about a year ago, and I realized I was having arguments with my mother, who raised me, who's always supported me and always been there. And she is a Fox News, she watches Fox News and da-da-da-da-da, and she's born again Christian, she's living in Savannah, Georgia, and da-da-da, and she's that's fine. But why do I have to have arguments with my mother that are so strong that she hangs up the phone on me, right? And I was like, whoa, wait. What is this all about? It's because I am allowing myself to be drawn into a fight that's not mine. My fight is for love. My fight is for community. My fight is for taking care of our kids and making sure everybody's healthy. My fight is about everything that, interestingly enough, people on the so-called other side of the political divide are absolutely for. So here's an interesting little practice, and maybe this is an experiment you can try in your life, depending on where you're coming from or whatever. Identify your boogeyman, right? My boogeyman, okay, if you want, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm like, probably decidedly liberal, leaning, hippy-dippy and all that stuff like that. Those are my folks, right? Those are my folks. I said to myself, I need to start having conversations with people that I consider my boogeyman. My boogeyman is kind of white conservative, drives a pickup truck with really big wheels on it, and a gun rack, and Trump 2060, Trump 2020, whatever. That's my boogeyman. That's my boogeyman. But I said, I'm going to have some conversations with these people. And as we started having, I know even when COVID hit, there was a lot of opportunities to stand in line and having conversations. And the way these conversations start out is like, how you doing? You having a good day? Blah, blah, blah. And then we start talking about things that are easy. Barbecue. Okay, I've since become a vegetarian, so I don't eat barbecue. But I know barbecue is really delicious, and it smells delicious, and it tastes good, So let's talk about barbecue and the way that when you're sitting in your boat, early in the dawn, and there's this like little fog that's on the lake, and then the sun comes up. Start talking about the things that we love. My kid just graduated from high school. I'm so proud of him, and blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, yeah, really? Well, I know this, I don't have any kids, but my cousin's kids just came through, and they're doing really well. Okay, and so is an athlete, and I love I just love watching them run, and da-da-da-da. Start talking about all the things that we love and that we want to preserve and that we like to see. We always like to see that our kids do better than we do. Those are the things that we love. Those are the things that we acknowledge. That's actually who we are as human beings. Now, by the time I got around to politics, and I just, as a challenge, I needed to drop that in. And I said, when it comes to politicians, you can just toss them all out. Just toss them all out. Because they don't have our best interests at heart. Can we agree on that? Amen. I got an amen. So, you're a Democrat, blah, blah, blah. What we have been doing, unfortunately, for the longest time is, the first thing we do is we throw up our label. It's almost like the folks in South Central, and they throw up their gang signs. West Side, whatever, 88th Street, this, that. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing on a human level to each other. We're throwing up gang signs, labels. I'm a this. Oh, you're a stinking liberal. You're a stinking conservative. I got a whole lot more in common with the conservatives because I see them. I see their heart. I see their love. I see God in everyone. Let that just sink in for a minute. You start seeing God in everyone and everything, it completely changes the way that you work in your environment, the way that you interact with your world. And let me tell you something, it will transform the world. It will transform the world. You start developing insights. You find, the one thing that I've noticed in this shift, this big planetary shift, is my heart center is expanding. Whoa, I felt that, I feel that heat in my hand. That's God. Start seeing God in everyone and everything. And watch what kind of 2021 you have. Watch it. That's all I have.
Hi, thank you, Phineas. Thank you, Phineas. He's so awesome. He has the greatest messages to share, and this is so true. Thank you for that message and peace. So we're going to move on now and do our love offering. If you want to donate to our church using love and light from your heart, or if you're going to donate to our church website, pushing the little donate button, it is tax deductible, and we always appreciate any kind of good feelings, or good wishes and prayers, or monetary. It helps us to keep our church going, and we so appreciate it. If you want to take your donation or hold it in your mind, in your heart, and repeat with me this love offering message prayer. Divine love in me blesses this offering and increases my consciousness of peace and prosperity in my affairs. Divine love in me blesses this offering and increases my consciousness of peace and prosperity in my affairs. Divine love in me blesses this offering and increases my consciousness of peace and prosperity in my affairs. And thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Today we have special music, and I'm so happy to say that it is with our very own Phineas Leevy, and also with our good friend and church member, David Millard.
We're going to turn the video.
Or I can just point at the wall. So, alright. This is okay, ready? Well, it's gonna go right, it's gonna drop right in, alright?
Okay.
Alright. 1 and 2 and 1.
Let's hold it.
It is. Okay, back. Okay. I think it goes right in there. Alright, ready? 1. My funny Valentine, sweet, comic Valentine, you make me smile with my eyes. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than green? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart, dear? So don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Is your figure less than Greek? As your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? Are you smart? So don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day.
there we have our very own studio recording, basically, private, personal performance by David Millard and Phineas Leevy today. Wasn't that so awesome? We would love to hear their music. So now we're going to move forward and offer some spirit communication messages. Reverend Iris, would you like to come up? Okay, we have some universal messages to offer today to everyone in general. Come on over, Reverend Iris.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I have a message for Millard. I see a lot of good connection with God. Like you are very, very close to God. But I see a big, like balloon. Like you play, like you remember a lot you shallow when you was little. It's coming a lot of water around you. You have communication with angels. Sometimes don't afraid about it because they're gonna come to blessing you. Angel is with you, God is with you. You are very close, very close. You're gonna have something that year, it's gonna come to you like in dreams, like just putting attention to them. From Lorina, angel said, you are a healer. You have in your hands, I see two colors. I see red, that's very strong, red color, but I see another color is green. You have the power to believe on you, because your family is around you, and you're gonna be the man of the family to blessing them. God is with you, and just putting attention everything from now. And from Carlos, I have a message for you too. God is blessing you. I see your father around you, your mother around you. You have a lot of connection with them. They're gonna come to you in dreams, like you're gonna hear something from now. You're gonna hear like noises. You're gonna hear like somebody called your name. Don't scare. It's God. It's all your angels around you. Like I see different colors all your hour. I see 7 colors. The 7 chakras. I see like you need to balance just one. Like you need to release something from your past life. God blessing everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Iris. I have one general message for everyone, and that is, as we move forward in the new year, we are wrapping up the old year and moving into the new year. I want to help you remember to build a strong faith, light a candle, and practice your daily meditation, and invite in peace and love and light into your world, so you carry through the new world with peace and love in your own heart, which will expand to everybody. And with that, I bless you with that. And that is the end of our service today. We are so happy that you were able to meet us here and spend time during our weekly service. We look forward to the day when we're able to meet here at church again. We'll let everybody know. And until then, I wish you all love and light and peace. God bless you.
Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far. Like the song of love that clings to me, how the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable.